Well, good morning, guys. I have August Pfluger here, our congressman, here live in studio this morning. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me, Rick.
Of course. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. It's great to be in Midland, Odessa. It's great to be in the Permian Basin.
Hey, that's what we like to hear. All right, guys, so I'm not going to waste too much time. I know you have a busy day. I know you have to catch a flight later. But just to get us started, so I know President Biden is offering free health care for immigrants who are coming into the country. However, you have a plan to kind of block that, as well as kind of what I just want to know, how is that going to impact dreamers, and what's your plan for that?
Well, you look at what the administration has done, and really with the tragedy that we see at the border, it's been almost 8 million people illegally who have come into the country. And really the deconstruction of the rule of law, the crime that we've seen right here in this local area, the sheriffs will call me all the time talking about the incidents. And so this is yet another rule change that the administration, when they don't like something, they change the rule. And in this case, they changed the rule of lawfully present. And it doesn't sound like that little phrase would be important, but it is, because now this is almost $500 million worth of health care to 100,000 people that previously didn't qualify. And what I think about is, what about our veterans? What about those people that really need help here in the country, citizens of our country that are being ignored, that need that health care? And so, again, I think very disrespectful to those that have come into the country legally. And we really, we've been pushing the administration, whether it's the threat, the concern of a terrorist attack, or folks that are entering that are associated with gangs, and now this for health care. We need administration to stand up and actually just follow the rule of law.
100%. So just moving on. So I know voting is obviously a fundamental right of American citizens. I know you have a plan in place to block non-citizens from voting. Kind of talk to me about that impact and the right to vote in general.
Well, in places like Washington, D.C., what we have found, and I was just talking about this on the House floor, we have a bill in the coming weeks that will address this, but Washington, D.C. is advertising voting for non-citizens. And they're saying you can vote for city council, you can vote for mayor, you can vote for judges. Now, you can't vote for president or for the congressional races, but you can vote even if you're not a citizen of this country. And to me, that is so disrespectful to what the founders intended, which was citizenship being at the top, getting us to a point where we're following the rule of law. Obviously, I'm concerned about that. I have legislation that would block those non-citizens in Washington, D.C. from voting. And I think people are very concerned. Are our elections free? Do they have the integrity? Can we trust them? Are they the gold standard? This is something I didn't think that we would have to legislate in Congress, but apparently we do. And again, it goes back to having an administration who just wants to change the rules when it doesn't suit them. We want to get back to that level set, transparent way of doing business, and it means that a citizenship is required to vote.
100%, I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you so much for being here. We are running out of time here, but I just want to again thank you so much for joining us here, and I appreciate you, and of course, safe travels today as you head to DC.
Well, thank you for having me. Great to be with you.
Thank you so much, guys. All right, guys, over to sports.